If you are going to learn how to do one thing in sewing, it is replacing a button. If you look at the clothing you're wearing now, it probably features a bunch of buttons. I've got one on my trousers, I've got a bunch on my shirt, etc. And inevitably, sooner or later, a button's going to break. If you look at this pair of pants here, you will see that this button is kind of toast. And that's not an uncommon thing. I'm sure everybody out there has had a shirt or a pair of pants or something that's broken a button. And in addition, you may decide someday that you are getting tired of the way a garment looks, and it turns out replacing the buttons on a piece of clothing is often a very easy way to get a new look out of an existing garment. And it's not very hard. So here's how you do it. First of all, we're going to start by cutting off the old button. Just a pair of small scissors here. And you're just going to have to snip it away, and then clear away all this thread stuff, which best do it from the back. There you go. All right, so we've now cleaned our work area. And now we need a replacement button. Now there are two kinds of buttons in the world. There are buttons like this, which have 2 or 4 little holes in them. You can see that, I hope. And there are buttons like these pewter ones that I have here that have a little shank in the back. There are a number of reasons why you might choose either. A lot of commercial stuff will have buttons like this because you can sew them on with a sewing machine, whereas those you need to do by hand. And if you're a factory, that matters. So we have this button. It's not the same color, but that's okay. I don't know where it came from. And then we need a needle and thread. So here is a needle and thread. And you don't need a thimble, but I have one. So here, basically you're going to put the button right there. We're going to make a little knot just to fix the thread to the back of the surface here. And then stitch. This will just hold the thread in place, prevent it from running away from us. And then you push the thread through the cloth. Here, we take the button. This button has a front side and a back side, so we'll put the front side out, put the needle through it. Now this button has 4 holes, so we're going to do an X pattern through them. At least that's the theory. And you want to do I generally like to do about 10 stitches. I don't count usually. And alternating between the various holes. I said about 10, but the truth is I'm totally not counting. And that's fairly secure. That's not going anywhere. And after this, I like to make a little shank. And the way I do that is I push the needle through the cloth, but not through the button. Just pull it through, and then we're just going to wrap it around the base about 5 times. 5, 7, 8. We'll call it 8. That's good. Then we put it back through. And then we just secure it in the back with a little knot. Do that again. We take our scissors, snip it off, and we're done. one repaired pair of pants. By the way, if you you can get buttons anywhere. You get them at Walmart or whatever. But if you're really desperate, you don't have one, and maybe you're on a business trip, you can always steal the one off the back of your the back pocket. That'll work too. And then this button's a little smaller than the one that was there originally, but it should work just fine. Ta-da! And now I have something I can wear. Another pair of perfectly wearable trousers that otherwise I would have had to throw away. Anyway, I hope that was interesting. I hope that was useful. Hope you someday find that something that will make your life easier. If you do, please hit that big like and subscribe down below, and pass it on to your friends.